One of the reasons why the body of Christ in Nigeria is having much problem the way we are having problem is that we don't know our capacity. We've lost our spiritual originality. Spend time doing a lot of argument on doctrinal issues that we have lost our focus in the center of this project called Nigeria. That we are the light of Nigeria. I'm not a religious crazy person or an ethnical crazy person. But if we were to do any kind of census of election and say we want the Christian to determine who will be a president in this country, we have the capacity to determine it. But do you know why? We are so self-centered and divided that we are running to people that should be running to us to determine how our country should look like. Everything doesn't end in prayer. It's not only prayer. For example, I don't need to pray to lift up this cup up. I just have the ability to lift it up. There are certain things we don't need prayer about in Nigeria. We have the capacity to strengthen things and make things look the way it should be. But the problem is the church has lost our taste, our ability, and our capacity. We are in the days where we no longer attack the devil, but we attack one another. Go on social media. The amount of people that throw stones on their prophets are Christians, not even people from the other religion. The reason why the people from the other religion will continue to hold to power and do very, very well is because they understand their capacity. Not because they are better. I'm not religiously crazy, but I want you to understand. Understanding our capacity will take us high. Look at the killing in southern Kaduna. Lives are lost. Destinies are scattered. The next bishop, the next leaders, the next Christian role models are dying like chicken. Why some people are spending time doing stupid doctrinal politics rather than understanding that we have issues that is on ground. There are issues on ground. Strong issues on ground. Nigeria is a vehicle accelerating on an high speed, and she has lost her brake pad and brake capacity. If care are not taken and good roadworthy system are not put in place, accident is inevitable. That is why I believe that every Christian leader, every Christian pastor, if you are corrupt, you should face the law and be dealt with. And be dealt with holistically in any form with the law. But I disagree that somebody will now propound a law that will control a spiritual entity, what they call CAMA. Because the church is asleep. Last year I prophesied here and said the church is going to have persecution. The church is asleep. Do you know what it took some of us to labor to grow a church to this level? Somebody said you will not come and appoint a trustee over a church. You don't even know how the church came about. If the pastor is corrupt, deal with his corruption, let him face the law and go to jail. But appointing a trustee, no. Some of us are ready to die before you do that to us. It's absolutely wrong. And do you know why it's getting to this level? The church is not feared. But there is a grace that is about to happen in the church in Nigeria, that everyone that is perpetuating, scheming and plotting the downfall of the church will use their life to pay. How do you make a law for a church who has labored? You change the trustee, remove all of them, and put your trustee. When as some organization become a spiritual entity, are you about to preach? Are you about to do deliverance? Are you about to prophesy? Are you about to teach the word? On what capacity will you control the church? Make laws that prevent men of God from being corrupt. And if they are corrupt, send them to jail. But taking over the spiritual entity of a church is a coup against the church. These are the things that young generation should spend time praying. What they do? That man of God is fake. That man of God is fake. How many native doctor have you pointed out that is stupid and wrong? That's the problem. Thank God for this federal government of Nigeria and what they are doing. But I must say this. Their energy must be spent on the right thing. Those criminals who have looted our money and sent our children to live in penury, they should be sent to jail. Those governors who have embezzled money beyond what they should be sent to jail if caught and proven by a law court of competence that they are criminals. They should be sent to jail. It's only in my country that the people fighting corruption are even corrupt. They should be proven and be sent. The energy should be put on the right side. Money that was spent on COVID-19. How many people got it? Those who are in charge should be sent to jail. Leave the church alone. We are not government. But if a pastor is looting with the government, send him to jail. But until the church is a lost place of priority in the fight of corruption or against corruption, the government should intensify effort to capture those ones. Look at the money for COVID-19. How many people got relief materials? What is happening to that? These are the people we should use as scapegoats. I'm not saying don't fight the church. Don't look into the church. Look into the church, but taking over the government. If they appoint you, when I'm not corrupt, to come and take over the trustees of the church, you come and sit down. 7 days if you go remain for that seat. 7 days, except God has not put an oil on my head. You can't plan a coup against the church.